to be here and be the Master of Ceremonies for our Kickoff 2013. First of all, I want to thank Tom for giving me this wonderful opportunity. You know, as I was preparing for this, and excuse my English, you know, I'm from Mexico, so I'm going to try. As I was preparing for this, it came to my mind that many of you might be thinking, well, who the hell is she? And why is she the MC? So I figured I got to come up with some credentials. So I was thinking, so maybe a little bit about my background. So I said I'm from Mexico. I live in Miami, so my English can only be so good. I love adventure, everything from scuba diving, skydiving, bungee jumping, and any crazy thing that I can find to do. When I was younger, I used to be known as one of the very few girls that could drink a whole bottle of tequila and still stand. Not very But then I figured that that is not a very good credential for a business meeting. So let me change it. So what about a little about my family? You know, my grandpa, great guy, my grandpa on my mom's side, used to say to me when I was a little girl that he was a direct descendant from this guy called Alonso de Leon, who came with Christopher Columbus on the ships when they discovered America. And so for many years I used to think, wow, that's amazing, you know, somebody in my family had to do with the discovery of this continent. But then as you grow older, you learn the real story about the discovery of America. You guys know what the real story is? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. So it turns out Christopher Columbus, he was great, but he was a crazy dude. That's the truth. For whatever reason, the guy wanted to take the long route to go to India. He didn't know that he was going to bump into America, right? But he wanted to go to India. And the Queen of Spain, very nice lady, you know, she felt sorry for him. So she gave him her jewelry so she could buy the ships. But this guy was persistent. I mean, this time he could be an AE. I mean, this guy was a pain in the neck, right? Now he wanted a crew. So the Queen's like, how the hell do I get this guy off my back? Now he wants a crew. What the hell am I going to get a crew for him? And then she's like, well, wait a minute. Our jails are overpopulated. So why don't we get a bunch of prisoners, put them on the ships, they're going to get lost in the middle of the ocean, so it doesn't really matter, right? So the conclusion of this long story is that pretty much everybody, with the exception of Christopher Columbus, on those ships were, well, people with not very good reputation. So I guess that's not a very good credential either. So you know what? Enough of the credentials. Let me take a different perspective. I've been with this company for a little over 13 years, and I remember my first kickoff was in 2001, and I was sitting in the audience just like you guys are right now, and I remember thinking, damn, this is amazing. It's like the United Nations. You know, there's people from all over the world here. But as years went by, I came to realize that we are not just another multinational with offices all over the world and people all over the world. We are so much more than that. We are a true, diverse community. We share, we collaborate. I mean, guys, come on, how many of you are guilty of sending the sorry for the spam email, asking for something? And always somebody on the other side of the world, somebody that you might have never met before, always responds helping. We celebrate our successes. Every time Timothy sends a win announcement, although sometimes it goes to customers, which is not right. But most of the times, or I mean all the times, there's always dozens, sometimes hundreds of emails saying, hey, man, this is great. So this is, in my opinion, one of the greatest assets that we have as a company. You saw the video that we played before. I asked the guys to play that video. It gives me goosebumps every time I see it. But the reason why I wanted to show that video is because to me, that represents exactly what we are in Genesis. We are a community, every one of us in our town or our city, we're playing our own instrument. We have our own contribution, our own talent. Some sing, some play instruments. But we do it in such a harmonic way that we produce something as beautiful as music.